Yo, what's up guys, Goblin here, welcome to this new episode. In today's video, we're going to be playing in the last day of the season, 21 hours and 34 minutes left in the season to be exact. And I'm going to show you guys the best anti-meta deck to push in the last couple of hours of the season. So this deck in general is just super solid in the current meta. I feel like even though the meta is full of P.E.K.K.A decks, lots of no-skill decks, this deck can even beat P.E.K.K.A and just in general is a very hard deck to defend. So let's see how we do, but I'm confident in today's video we're gonna get some nice and easy W's. Let's give him the good luck and let's see what the first opponent is going to be using. So usually with this deck, I would say that you want to play more reactive, more kind of, passive, I guess you can say. Most of the times you want to first focus on defending, getting a counter push, and then afterwards going offensively. Sometimes you can start off the game maybe a little bit more aggressive, like sometimes with a Goblin Giant or something, but I would say 9 of the 10 times you just want to kind of wait and play, patiently and focus on the counter pushes. So looks like this guy's also just waiting. Not sure if I should start off the game. I guess we can start off by cycling Bowler. It's not really a... I mean, sometimes it's a card you want to have in cycle, but at the same time, I think it's a card you can cycle without, putting yourself in a bad spot. Okay, looks like he also has Bowler. I think I would like to try and maybe Fisherman his Bowler onto our side of the map, and then maybe we can afterwards get a counter push going with our Bowler and then also with the Fisherman. And I think this is definitely a really good situation for us to go with a Goblin Giant. As you guys can see, the bats are able to distract the Mega Man a little bit. Let's go with arrows here to try and take care of the Barbarians, try and take care of the Knight as soon as possible as well. But Barbarians definitely one of those cards which are, I would say not necessarily a hard counter to our deck, but of course having Lightning isn't great against the Barb, so we're definitely gonna have to depend and rely a lot on our Bowler to put in work against the Barbarians. But anyways, still pretty good situation. He has the normal Giant. Okay, I think we would like to, or I would like to try and go with a Fisherman here to activate the King Tower afterwards. It depends on whatever he drops to support the Giant, but I think the activation is definitely gonna be very nice and helpful here. Okay, looks like he goes with a Bowler. I'm not sure if he would have a... Okay, let's go with a Goblin Stein like this. And let's afterwards look to, I think, activate the ability. Trying to take care of the Mega Man, try and damage the Bowler. And then here to activate the King Tower with the Fisherman. So, nice, perfect. Very good gameplay right there. Very nice, activation as well. And I think I would like to pressure the right side this time. Of course, we have more damage dealt to the left side. Why do I go right side? Well, I think it's obvious. We have the Bowler there, so I think the Bowler should be able to, hopefully take care of the Barbarians. Let's go with bats here as well. Let's go with arrows. Looks like he has his own arrows, but we are able to take care of the Barbarians, at least with the Bowler. And let's afterwards, I guess, cycle another Bowler towards the right side. So, definitely not an easy matchup, but overall, we're actually in a, pretty good situation, in my opinion. Let's go with a Goblin Giant here in front of the Bowler, and let's then afterwards maybe look for a Lightning. If he goes, for example, with, I don't know, let's say his Knight or something, we can maybe get a Lightning going. Okay, let's go with Fisherman here as well. Let's then go with arrows offensively. We do need to be very careful. I think the Gazepis plus the Bowler are going to do a pretty good job at defense. And let's then go with the Goblin Stein here. Let's go with Evil Bats on top of the Mega Man. And let's have the Bowler ready as well. Okay, nice. Looking pretty good. The good thing about our deck is that we also have a really solid defense. Like, even though he has Barbarians, even though he has, I would say, really good answers against our deck, we also have, just in general, amazing answers and a really solid defense. Okay, let's go with a Bowler here. Let's go with arrows. I think I'm gonna probably cycle bats, and I'm just gonna, I think, cycle another Bowler here towards the right side. This is just going to be the battle of the Bowlers. Like, whoever cycles the most Bowlers and whoever gets the most amount of value from the Bowlers. Let's go with guards here. Let's go with a Fisherman here as well. Looks like he goes Barbarians at the bridge, so very aggressive and interesting play by him. Let's go with a Goblin Stein here. Let's go with an ability, making sure that those Barbarians and the Giant don't get too much damage on our left side tower. And knowing that he just cycled... Okay, let's see. Let's wait a little bit. I mean, honestly, in this situation, do we even really need to pressure that much with our... what's it called? With our Goblin Giant? Like, can't we just play pretty passive patiently and then afterwards focus? I mean, now I think it's a good moment. He doesn't have Knight in cycle. I think he's gonna have to go with Barbarians straight in the face of the Bowler, and then with arrows we should be able to take care of them very quickly. Exactly, nice. That's a very good Goblin Giant there. Even though we don't get too much damage, I think it's still worth it. Let's then go with a Bowler and let's wait a little bit and see. Okay, what is the opponent gonna do? Looks like he goes with his Giant. Let's go with bats right side. Let's go with guards left side. Fisherman here as well. And what? Oh, he has a Graveyard. Okay, I was not expecting him to go Graveyard. I'm gonna go Goblin Giant. I'm gonna go with an ability here as well. Let's go with a Bowler, and this is honestly looking very, very good for us. He even calls good game. I'm not sure if he's going to give up. Looks like he's not going to give up quite yet, but still, very good situation overall for us. So let's go with a Fisherman here. 25 seconds left. I don't really see a way of him breaking through, he's probably going to Giant, exactly, going to Giant that. Let's go with a Bowler here as well. Let's then, I guess, go with another set of arrows on the right side. We have a Fisherman here as well. We have Bats, and we can even go with Guards as well. He does go with his arrows. Let's go with Guards. Right away, we do have to be careful, but anyways, even if we do take a little bit of damage, we can still lightning in the last second, we can still arrows in the last second to make sure that we get that extra little bit of damage if necessary. In this case, it wasn't even necessary because we do end up defending perfectly. So very nice win there. Interesting matchup for sure. Definitely not a meta deck, but still very nice win. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into match number 2. Looks like up against a guy called Archer. 2BG, let's give him a good luck and let's see what he's going to be running. So as you guys saw in game number 1, definitely a very solid deck. Overall, I feel like defensively and then also offensively, it's very hard for them to keep up and deal with our pressure with the Goblin Giant, Bowler, like just in general. That's exactly what I was talking about before as well. Try to always play more responsively and then afterwards you try and get those counter pushes going. So very important to always support your Goblin Giant with the Bowler, with a Fisherman, with something. So it looks like this guy's just waiting. I feel like with this deck, even though we are using more of an expensive deck, it's not necessarily the best play to wait. So unfortunately, we don't have the Goblin Stein available here. I would have loved to go with a Goblin Stein here into the Inferno Dragon. I guess I'm just going to cycle Goblin Giant opposite lane. It looks like this guy goes with a Lava Hound. So okay, Lava Hound definitely not the best matchup. Looks like he does go with his Skeleton Dragons. I think here with a Goblin Stein, we should be able to survive. I don't think he will be able to kill the Goblin Stein anyway, so let's go with the Goblin Stein now. Let's go with ability here as well, and we should be able to clean up the Lava and push decently well, but we're still gonna take a lot of damage. Like, it's not like we defend perfectly, because look at our left side tower, it's at 2,216 HP. So, okay, I'm wondering how good of a matchup is Lava Hound. I feel like Lava Hound is actually gonna be pretty difficult, thinking about the fact that he doesn't, or that we don't have many air counters. Like, he, of course, has the Inferno Dragon, he has Skeleton Dragons, we can't really deal with them easily. Maybe Lightning in some situation, but in general it's not going to be easy to kill them. And then also in general, yeah, he's gonna have arrows. I think this deck also runs Zap, so it's gonna be interesting to see, okay, how can we deal with this deck? Okay, let's go with a Bowler here into the right side lane. I feel like he might, okay, looks like he goes with a Balloon. He's definitely going to have Zap, right? Like, he's just gonna Zap, exactly, he's just gonna Zap the bats away. So man, this is gonna be a rough one, guys. This is definitely not going to be an easy one, but I think if we play it really well, we can still do really good attacks ourselves as well. Like, I think we can hopefully get something going offensively. It's not going to be easy, as I said before, but let's see how it works out for us. So it looks like he does go with his Inferno Dragon. Let's go with the Goblin Giant here as well. I'm gonna go with an ability last second to try and get some extra damage on top of the Inferno Dragon while also hitting the tower, and let's then go with arrows here towards the right side. Very good arrows, hitting the guards, hitting the Skeleton Dragons, and we are going to get a lot of damage there. Let's actually go with a Bowler towards the right side, try and hit the Valkyrie. Let's in the meantime also go with Bats here on top of the Inferno Dragon, making sure that we force him to spend something more to take care of the right side tower. And the Valkyrie is actually going to pull the Bowler in line and hit the tower at the same time, I think. Or no, oh, looks like it didn't hit the tower though. Okay, let's go with a Lightning here onto the right side lane. And man, I think he's just going to go with a Balloon. So we need to also pressure here. As soon as he goes with the Balloon, okay, looks like he goes with Skeleton Dragons. Let's go with the Goblin Giant here as well. Let's go with Guards as soon as possible. And we need to somehow take the tower, or maybe, can we defend? No, we can definitely not defend. We need to somehow take the tower, but I don't know who takes it first though. Please, let us, oh my god, we took the tower first. Let's go, guys. What a nice win there. That matchup is definitely not easy at all. Our only air counter is Bats. He has arrows, he has Zap. And of course, the Goblin Stein is definitely game-changing, but still not an easy matchup. Plus 33, so that's amazing. See you guys soon with game number 3. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into game number 3. Once again against a pretty high player of 3,165 medals he has. So let's see what deck he's going to be running. And hopefully we can once again secure another victory. So far, doing amazing. It looks like we're going to be facing Lockbait, or at least after seeing Skeletons. And yeah, exactly. This is definitely going to be Lockbait. So it looks like he does go with the Princess. I feel like having Princess out of cycle, we can maybe get something going here with the Goblin Stein and potentially also Bats. He does have an Inferno Tower, but I feel like Princess out of cycle, the Bats are going to be a little bit annoying for him. And hopefully we can get a little bit of damage with the Bats, or at least force out quite a lot of elixirs. So it looks like we do force out the Goblin Gang. Bowler, no, I wanted the Bowler to try and hit the Goblins, at least on the left side. Okay, I think I'm just gonna have to let the Goblin Gang go, which is definitely going to deal a lot of damage. But honestly, after spending that amount of elixir on offense, not getting anything out of it, I think we just have to take the damage. And this is going to be a very rough one, guys. Like, I don't know why we're actually facing some pretty difficult matchups right now. I much rather face, for example, a P.E.K.K.A matchup. Even though we do have Goblin Giant, this deck does great against P.E.K.K.A. But we're facing Lava Hound Inferno Dragon, Inferno Tower Lockbait. Just in general, some very difficult matchups for our deck. So let's go with a Fisherman here to go on top of the Princess. This, matchup, you have to be very reactive, very careful. Let's go with a Goblin Giant here in the meantime towards the right side. And I'm wondering, okay, what is going to be key in this matchup? Like, what should we do to try and win this? Okay, he does have the Inferno Tower. I think he also has the Evil Skeleton. So I'm definitely going to try and go with the bets here to try and distract the Inferno Tower. Go with arrows here as well to try and take care of the skeletons. But unfortunately, Inferno Tower still gets a lock on top of the Goblin Giant. Goblin Giant just gets, destroyed right away. And unfortunately, we don't even have Elixir to go with a Bowler. So I guess I'm going to go with a Fisherman, which is not ideal. But I guess we're going to still stay alive, if you can even talk about staying alive. Because I would say that we're more, game over than alive, guys. So is he going to go with a Princess? I think, I was about to say, I think he definitely should go with a Princess. Didn't really want to go with a prediction, though. I guess we're just going to go with a Bowler, and let's go with a Goblin Giant here towards the right side. Okay, this has to be our push, guys. Even though I think we're not going to get much out of it, this has to be our push to try and win this matchup somehow. So let's go with a Goblin Stein here. Let's go with Guards on defense. Let's go with Bats offensively to try and distract, and let's then afterwards have the arrows ready. Okay, let's go with arrows now, and let's, I guess, should I focus? No, I was about to say, should I focus on the right side? But anyways, even if we get something going on the right side, he's just gonna defend it super easily. This matchup is really, really difficult. We can maybe get something going here. Okay, let's ignore the barrel. Let's go with the lightning on top of the Inferno Tower. Wait a second. Can we get... No, I don't think we take the tower, though. Like, there's no way we take the tower, right? Let's go with arrows here. Ah, he also... Wait, what? He has Fireball? Oh, I was expecting him to have Rocket. Okay, looks like this guy actually has Fireball. Anyway, super difficult matchup. This is probably one of the hardest matchups to be able to... Or to get to be able to face in Clash Royale. I would say that's almost impossible, especially if the opponent plays that well. And then for some reason he had a Fireball. That's actually very interesting. I was expecting him to have Rocket. That's why I never really cycled troops behind the left side lane. But yeah, I guess anyways, either if he had Rocket or Fireball, it wouldn't really have mattered. So far anyways, two very nice wins, plus 31, plus 33, minus 24 here. So let's see if we can get maybe 1 or 2 more victories. Okay guys, hopping into match number 4. Let's give him a good luck and let's see what the opponent is going to be using. Looks like TikTok Ice Juan. So let's give him a good luck and let's see what this guy is going to be running. Looks like he does start off with the Royal Hawks. Unfortunately, we don't have Bowler in cycle, so I guess I'm going to have to go with my Guards and Bats, and we're still going to take quite a lot of damage. The bad thing about facing Royal Hawks with this deck, even with the Bowler, most of the times it's gonna get some type of damage. So let's go with a Goblin Stein here towards the left side. Unfortunately, the chef threw a pancake at one of the guards, which was just about to die, instead of leveling up the Goblin Stein. So that's unfortunate. And I do wanna... Okay, looks like he goes with his Archer Queen. I think I'm just gonna go with a Fisherman here to pull it right away. Looks like we do force out the ability, and let's then go with a Goblin Giant here. Okay, he does end up using his delivery. Let's go with the Bats here up high. Let's see if we can maybe get something going. But man, this is also not going to be easy. I don't know what is happening. Like, I feel like in today's video we're facing a lot of I mean, of course, this deck specifically, it's not like it's an off meta deck. This deck is actually very strong and a good meta deck like the one he's using. But I feel like in today, like in general, today's video, we have been getting a little bit unlucky with the matchups. But honestly, I can't complain because we're still 2-1 overall. And if we win this match, we're gonna be 3-1 in general. Okay, let's go with a Bowler towards the left side. Let's, I guess, wait a little bit and see what the opponent's gonna do. I think I'm gonna cycle Fisherman. Nice. And let's then wait. Okay, he's definitely going to ability, right? Yeah, he is gonna go with ability. Let's, I guess, go with a Goblin Giant here in front of the Fisherman. Looks like the Bowler... Wait, what? There was such a strange interaction. Bowler went like backwards, forwards, backwards. Not sure what was that. And let's have the arrows ready. Okay, not sure if these arrows... Okay, did they even hit? I mean, they did hit the skeletons, but the skeletons are still alive. Like some of the skeletons, but some of the skeletons are still alive. But I think overall still a good situation for us. And slowly but surely we are getting a good amount of damage as well. Okay, let's go with a Goblin Stein here. If he goes Royal Hawks opposite lane, I'm gonna go Bowler. Same lane, of course, also Bowler. And then if not, I'm just gonna wait a little bit. Okay, let's cycle. I think guards like this might pressure opposite lane here. Let's go with a Fisherman. Once again up high against the Archer Queen. And let's then go, I think, with a Goblin Giant here as well. Okay, I would like to maybe have the Lightning ready this time for the cannon. Let's see if he does go with the cannon. Looks like he does, so let's just go with the Lightning right away. And let's have the arrows ready here as well, because he's definitely going to, he's definitely going to go with the skeletons, go with the Ice Spirit. So as you guys can see, very nice win right here. And this is actually gonna be, I would say, pretty solid gameplay. I feel like he could have played a little bit better though. I actually faced this deck sometimes before, and I feel like in general the people I faced with his deck have put on me like more difficult situations. That's what I was saying before. That's why I was saying before, like, okay, this is once again not going to be that easy, but man, I feel like I made it look really easy this time. So very nice win. I guess maybe I just figured out how to play against this matchup. He barely even touched our tower, so amazing win right there. 3-1, and I think I'm gonna have to play one more match to try and push up even higher. Okay, let's go guys, hopping into the last match of today's video. Let's see if we can push up, as I said, a little bit higher. Hopefully we can finish today's video with another victory, and this way, yeah, end on a really nice win streak, or in general just a nice, yeah, push, I guess, overall. Okay, looks like we are facing Goblinstein, Bowler. I think it could be a lot of, or not Bowler, excuse me, Bomber. Could be a lot of stuff. I'm looking to potentially activate the King Tower here, so let's actually go guards opposite lane, and then afterwards I'm just gonna have the Fisherman ready here to, yeah, try and activate the King Tower. Nice, that should definitely be able to activate. So he does also go with his ability. He also goes with a Goblin Giant. Okay, this is actually gonna be a mirror match, guys. So let's go with a bets up high Bowler here as well. Not sure about the Goblin Giant because the Fisherman is able to, I mean, not pull it directly on top of the King Tower, but still able to help defend, and we are able to defend that very nicely. So I would say that this is gonna be a similar matchup. He might have a P.E.K.K.A in there though, because of the Bomber. Usually with Bomber it's gonna be the P.E.K.K.A version, and then without the Bomber, exactly, without the Bomber it's gonna be most of the times just a straight up Goblin Giant deck like we are using. So definitely a really good start here. As you guys can see, we're getting so much damage from the Goblin Giant push. I think I'm gonna, let's have the arrows ready, but I don't want arrows quite yet. I think I first want to go with guards here, but I want to wait, yeah, as I said, as much as possible, just to make sure that we are able to get as much value out of them as possible. And then I'm gonna go with a Fisherman here. Ooh, level 17 P.E.K.K.A, man, that is so scary. I'm definitely gonna have to go Goblin Stein here. P.E.K.K.A, I was gonna say, is probably gonna get one hit, but I would say level 17, either 2 or maybe 3 hits on the tower. So Goblin Stein there was 100% sure necessary, and he does go with a Fisherman. Okay, I'm thinking about, should I ability? I don't think so, right? I think here we just need to focus on defense. He's most likely gonna go with his Goblin Giant, so let's go with bets here, mainly just to cycle. Let's then afterwards go with a Bowler here towards the right side as well, and I'm gonna go with guards to try and help DPS down the Fisherman and the Goblin Giant. The good thing about Bowler is that it just directly kills all the goblins spawning from the Goblin Giant, so that's, yeah, very nice. And then I think here we just need to focus on defense first, because going Goblin Giant into the P.E.K.K.A right there, especially considering it's yeah, evil P.E.K.K.A, I would say is not ideal, like not the best situation, I guess. Okay, let's go with ability. Let's go with a Fisherman here as well. Let's go with bets up high. He does have arrows, he does have rage, but we're still just gonna go with bets here. We are gonna force out the arrows from him, and let's in the meantime go with our own arrows right there. Ooh, that's a nice Goblin Stein by him. He's definitely gonna go with an ability. Let's go with a Fisherman here to pull his P.E.K.K.A away from everything though, and let's go with bets here up high as well. Okay, the level 16 P.E.K.K.A is kind of scary, but I'm not too worried about it. And I think here afterwards we can just go with a Goblin Giant at the bridge. He does have the Fisherman. Let's go with the Lightning here, and I think with the Lightning and with the Goblin Giant damage, we should be able to take the tower. If anything, we might have to cycle back to another Lightning, but I think this deck cycles quick enough to the point where we can get back to the Lightning. So let's go with guards. Let's then afterwards have the Fisherman ready. If anything, we can go with a Goblin Stein just to distract. Let's go with Goblin Stein, let's go with bets, and then all we need to do here is just wait for enough elixir to then, yeah, lightning the tower. So, oh my god, this is gonna be a little bit close, but I think we should have enough. Please tell me that's, oh my god, that was actually so close, guys. Okay, anyways, everything calculated, not close at all, very nice end to today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Definitely some hard, how do you say, like hard, no, not heartbreaking, how do you say that in English? Well, anyways, you know, you guys know what I'm trying to say. Some very close matches, some crazy matches. That's gonna be it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, please make sure to smack the like button. If not subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to subscribe, and I will see you guys in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.